SEO, search engine optimization. The key to search engine optimization, which was a very high result in the poll that Kevin did, is what's on your website. Now there's other factors, there's on page, there's off page, but the bulk of your SEO value comes from the words that are on your website and what you do with those words. But the basics are that you want content on your website that a human being would be interested in reading. And that last part's important because it's not just a whole bunch of keyword stuffing and throwing that keyword all over the place. If a person's not interested in it, Google's to the point where they're sophisticated enough where their algorithm realizes that. And they won't reward you. They may not penalize you, but they won't reward you. So the screenshot that I have here is from our website, all of the articles. We write articles non-stop. What are we producing now? About an article a week, at least. And we'd love to ramp it way up. So think about the questions that your customers have that they're going to type into Google. Whatever that question is, write an article about it. And be very, very focused on that article. Stick to that topic, but go super deep. Inch wide, mile deep. Google will pick it up eventually, and hopefully they'll reward you. So that when someone types that title of your article or something very close, your article will come up in the search results. They'll click through. Now they're on your website. Once they're on your website, what can you do? You can retarget them. You can also give them a lead magnet. You can get their email address. Right? There's a lot of things you could do, but you got to get them out of one system like Google and into another that's yours. All right, more and more we are seeing things like position zero happening. This is an example of an article that we wrote. We also have a video on that page, which helps with SEO. The video is the exact same content as the written word on this article, but Google likes to see a video going along with each article. And this is where when you type in this phrase, traditional versus digital advertising, not only are we number one, but we're actually what's called number 0. This is position 0. And you get this little card here at the very top above the normal results. This is what you want to strive for. You want to be position 0 as much and as frequently as possible. So think about these searches that people do. Those searches are going to turn into keywords and articles, and that's what you need to be writing about. And again, write about it very narrowly, but very, very deep. So on this particular article, we didn't think it was going to be a hit for us. It was just something that frankly, I wrote probably some weekend. We put it on the website. It was okay. And then we started to notice that it was climbing in the rankings, and we were getting more and more people clicking through from Google to our website. So at some point, we upped our game and we rewrote it, made it longer. We saw improvement. We added the video. We saw improvement. We did more. We did more. We did more. What percentage of our traffic comes from this? 50? 30? More than 50%. From this one article. It's crazy. So with SEO, if you focus, you can have good results. But here's the real issue. Zero SERP. All right, so the other one was called position 0. That's where you actually do make the search results. Zero SERP is where Google puts the answer at the top. All right, now this is a threat for businesses, and it's something you should really think about. Depending on what business you're in, this could be a significant threat for you. So, how to test for mobile friendly. This was a search that I did, and I was putting this talk together a couple weeks ago, because I couldn't remember the URL, and up popped the answer from Google. I didn't have to go to some other website. I just went right into Google. Google had the text box, and I put in what I would normally put into someone else's website. This is Google providing functionality that they normally delegated to a website potentially like yours. Calculator, same exact thing. All right? Here's another one. I thought about going vegan for a while. So I was looking for vegan food that has protein, and up popped this one. Yeah, and I didn't know how to say it. I didn't want to say Satan. That didn't sound right. And so I was like, this is literally what I typed in. And the answer came up with a little speaker. You can click it, and you can find out that it's pronounced Satan. I didn't know that. This is something I would normally have gone over to dictionary.com, run my query. Dictionary.com would have showed me an ad, and then the little speaker would have popped up there. I would have got to hear it. No more. I don't need to do that anymore. So imagine if your business was dictionary.com. This is a massive threat to you. So something that if you rely on something like one of these three in order to get traffic or whatnot, you rethink what you're doing. Google wants to keep you in their ecosystem, and they'll do whatever they can to keep you there. Voice SEO. So when we say the phrase voice, what we're really talking about are things like the Amazon Alexa and Echo and Google Home. That's really kind of the voice ecosystem. And we mess around with that a little bit. It's not a service that we offer, but we're very in tune with what's going on with voice. Voice is making its way over to normal SEO. When someone puts in a phrase in Google, and especially when they say it, right? So how many of you have done this? You go to google.com on your phone, and you press the little microphone, and you say whatever it is that you're searching for. That's a voice search. You're using normal language. You may use it in different words and in different order and different contexts even than if you were to actually type it in. So this is what search SEO is all about. A lot of searches. I don't have the stat off the top of my head, but a ton of searches, certainly around 30% these days, maybe 20%, are happening through voice search. This is a big up-and-coming thing. The way that you get found through voice searches is to have voice content on your website. And a very, very, very good way to do that is take the reviews that people have given you that may be on other websites, maybe on Facebook or even in Google, and bring them into your website. It does two things. Obviously, it's validation right off the bat. It helps your prospective customer know that you're legit and you've had previous customers, which is great. But from the voice SEO perspective, this is someone kind of rambling on about what you do in a long, probably not well thought out format. This is very, very good for search SEO. So if you have those kinds of reviews, get them on your website immediately. Next, something really important for local businesses. As a matter of fact, this is probably one of the biggest things that you could do for a local business if you want to be found in a local proximity, in a physical location, and that is Google My Business. So what I have here is I did a Google search where I knew that our information was going to come up on the right, our Google My Business is going to come up on the right, and there it is. Let's go into this in a little bit of detail. So blew it up a little bit. The very first thing is reviews. These reviews are super important. Google likes for you to have Google reviews. Now, you may be asking people to give you a review in places like Facebook or somewhere else. We recommend always ask for a Google review. It's questionable exactly how much influence this has on your search rankings and SEO, but it's estimated somewhere between 12 and 25%. Google wants to see lots of 5-star reviews. The more, the better. So we recommend always ask for a Google review, every single time. And then the next thing is this address. This is really simple, but make sure it's correct. Project out 5 to 10 years. We already have autonomous vehicles. But one day, when you leave an event like this, you're going to hop into a driverless Uber. And you're going to say, take me to Array Digital. If that address is wrong, you're going to get dropped off somewhere you don't want to get dropped off, right? This will affect businesses, certainly affect retail in particular. So make sure that that's correct. It's super simple, all right? You just need to make sure that What's there represents the truth. A few more things that are really important when it comes to SEO. In Google My Business, there's a place where anybody can ask a question and it can be answered. Now, you as the business owner or the marketer or whoever's representing the business can ask a particular question that you'd like to answer. Think about what your customer's asking you. Think about when you're in a sales situation and they ask you a question and you answer it in person. Ask that question and then answer it yourself as the business. We have done experiments in the office where we have seen an immediate, literally within seconds of us putting in a question and an answer, that our listing increased in ranking. Very powerful. So Google uses this. Think about the questions that your customers ask you. Also in Google My Business, there's something called posts. Not a lot of people use this. It's very similar to an Instagram style post. You can't put as much text in, but it's an image, it's a square image, and then you have some information you can put in there. We've run another experiment where we decided to put in a post with a particular keyword that we were gunning for, and we saw an instantaneous improvement in SEO value. Now, the instantaneous part is what amazed us, because SEO is not an instantaneous thing. You don't put an article up and check 5 minutes later and you're number one. That doesn't happen. SEO is a long game. It takes months, many months, maybe a year really. It's a big investment. But this will give you an instant boost. It's free. Google wants you to use it. So use it. Lots of different things we covered here. We went into some decent depth on SEO. So SEO is about writing. There's more to it, but the core is writing. So start writing. Get comfortable writing. If that's not you, find someone in your organization to write. If you can't find anybody, hire somebody. Get written content on your website. That's the basics. There's more to it, but that's the basics. You want to increase in ranking, preferably to position 0. Think about voice and how you can incorporate voice. Reviews, get those reviews onto your website. And Google My Business, go all in on. If there's a Google My Business feature, use it. It's that simple. You'll get great SEO value out of it.